Hello everyone and welcome back to Cronus Plays Final Fantasy IV, the After Years. The Agart Mines, Basement 1. So yeah, we're in the Agart Mines. We need to find materials to... Actually, think this is not a new encounter, but we're gonna go through it anyways. Why? Because I can. Now, same as before, Dancing Daggers, Rydia will likely kill anything it hits with it. Usually, there'll be some new enemies further into the mine, but Rydia with the Dancing Daggers is fairly... Oh my god, you proved me wrong 30 seconds into the video game. Give me some time, please. But, you know, good experience. It's just the two of them now, so they should be leveling up fairly quickly. Over here we get a high potion. Good, because I actually want to use one of those. I actually used one in the beginning of the episode to heal up Rydia because the dolls beat the living hell out of her when we came to the overworld and I forgot to heal her. And I remember I opened up the menu, I'm like, why does Rydia only have 280 health left? That's weird. Some new enemies, we got the Trents in the background, I think. The Needlers, I think, are not new. Wow, they don't actually counter that. That's good to know. We'll fast forward a little bit. And yeah, Rydia, stop dying, please. Yeah, Needler Trent. There we go. Bam! Now, Trents are weak to fire. I believe they take extra damage from axe. No, wait. That's like Mystic Quest. That's not normal Final Fantasy meta. Right? Yeah, you could use Fyra. You don't need to. 91 critical. Lucia, you are kind of a beast. She is kind of a beast. She's pretty strong for a melee character. She's just really slow. It's kind of like Sid, really. She's actually, I think I already said this, but she's literally exactly like Sid in every aspect, except she's a little faster than him, and he's slightly stronger by like 1 or 2 points in strength. And it doesn't really make a difference. You could have either one of them in the party, and it would be having... Interesting. So yeah, I did not expect that. I actually died. I was a little too happy with the auto battle, and I was actually looking at my stopwatch, which, again, I forgot to start, and the blaster for the Kate Sith killed Luca and then stunned Rydia, which is not how you're really supposed to do a lot of things. You're supposed to actually pay attention to when an enemy is attacking you. But apparently I thought I didn't need to, so I died. But thankfully... Oh, new enemies. Alright, so we got some ogres and a mind flayer. I think I've already stated that the mind flayers can, in fact, drop a mind flayer summon. I also forgot what I was talking about when we got into that random encounter. I think I was dissing on myself for not actually paying attention to the battle when I had it on auto battle. Yeah, don't do that. A single fire spell will kill the Kate Siths in the back, or 2 Dancing Daggers. That ogre's probably dead. The ogres have a chance to drop a giant glove. They're relatively rare, but there is a way in this version to offset that. My blast kind of sucks. There we go. But yeah, in this version of the game, you can actually buy an accessory in the last tail that is pretty much a giant glove, just a little weaker in defense. It's a little silly, because you're like, why would I buy any other glove for a physical fighter than this? Just in case you need to offset some resistances, but in general, it doesn't matter. It's not that expensive either. I don't know if the moon is affecting the Dancing Dagger or if there's some random number generator that's screwing with it, because last time I went through the Agart Mines, it was actually pretty effective. This time around, it's generally only doing like mid 200 damage to enemies, which is really not that much. It should be doing high. Damn cave backs in the blood feast or whatever the hell it's called. I think I just called them cave backs. That would be a weird enemy, a back of a cave. Be almost like a demon wall. There's the healing pot if you need it. You could have been spamming your spells halfway through here, but I decided to take the cheaper route with the Dancing Daggers. I'm kind of... When it comes to magic, unless I know for sure... Ever since I mentioned Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, my head's like, you should really play that game again. I'm like, dude, I haven't played that game in like 20 years. Which isn't true because I'm not that old, Jesus Christ. But I haven't played Mystic Quest in a long time. It was a fairly unique game. It was easy as all balls for the most part, but it was fun. I used to actually play that on the exercise bike. It's kind of weird thing to remember. It just popped in my head. I'm like, yeah, you've beaten that game like 3 times on an exercise bike. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, a lot of people didn't really like that game as an RPG. I understand that after Final Fantasy II that it was not really that great in comparison to Final Fantasy IV, but it offered a lot of things that RPGs generally didn't back in the day. There's puzzles, and if you didn't take advantage of like enemy weapon weakness, like enemies were weak to weapons you were wielding in general, like something would be weak to a sword or an axe or whatever, and if you weren't taking advantage of it, you would probably lose. Now, granted, there was like infinite continues, but it was still, it required some thought. Anyways, get an adamantite here. This room was special back in the old version of PSP and the Wii. I'll go over that in a little bit, but we used to have to look for a rare monster in there that would drop a special item that we would require to get some hidden characters. But in this version of the game, that's not really required. Yeah, they made a lot of things pretty easy in this game. A lot of optional things are now mandatory things, but that's fine. Rydia just gained a level. Oh, full moon. I wasn't expecting that. No, Rydia just gained a level and she learned osmosis. Probably didn't need a full high potion for either of those, but whatever. That's fine. We get plenty of them. Actually, I don't think there's anything down here. Nope. I wasted our time coming down here. No, you don't waste time in an RPG. You just gain more experience points. That's how I look at it when you take a wrong turn or you explore something you didn't. Alright, so we reached the save point. Use it if you need to. I guess I'll save. It doesn't really matter. Goodbye, Underworld save. Like 2. I do not like the fact that you're limited to 3 saves per tail, but you don't really need any more than that, to be quite honest. Alright, we got a chest up here. A monster emerges from the chest. Argartos. This is actually the tail boss, the final boss. Oh, I did not mean to actually have that on. Oh, well, whatever. 0 damage? Oh, man. What about you, Luca? 285. That's not that great. It's charging up fire magic. Quick, Rydia. Use a Blizzara on it. Wait for it. Alright, yeah, when it grows red, you hit it with a blizzard spell. You have Luca. Where is it? Spider Silk. There we go. That will slow him down a little bit. Yeah, Dancing Dagger is completely useless. That was actually a mistake on my part. Though we get to see how completely useless it was at the beginning of this battle. Let's try a Lightning Brainbuster. After this, he probably will charge up fire magic again. But a couple of these will likely kill him. Ooh, or one of them. Good lord, you didn't have that much health. I thought you had a lot more health than that. Huh. I'll have to check that later on. I thought he was supposed to have like almost 7,000. Could be wrong though. Luca gained another level. Good girl, Luca. Good girl. Good going. Not good girl. Jesus Christ. Argatite. It's like adamantite, but a lot less effective. The hell was that? Something like fell on my desk. I bet we can repair the Falcon with this. Let's go back and try it. All right. But before we do that, let's go up here. And get this treasure. A circlet. Yeah, it's a circlet. I didn't need to buy the wizard hats, but it gives us more intellect. 5 in total, I believe. Yes. And it's better than the wizard hat, so we'll keep it. I think at this point, we don't need to have Rydia on the dancing daggers anymore. And we can give her the ice rod. Why the ice rod? Well, it gives you 3 points of intellect. Now, I'm going to meet you guys back at the healing pot. Oh my god, that was delicious. What the? So these guys were completely optional last time well, in the last version of the game. Now they're a mandatory fight. Use Big Throw if you're on a full moon, and then, yeah, let's use Lightning. Let's see how that does on these guys. Probably use Lightning Brainbuster and one-shot them, but let's draw it out a little bit. See how much damage Rydia can do with a spread spell. That's not too bad. I mean, the dolls were completely one-shot by it, so I'm kind of disappointed that these can actually withstand it. It just goes to show that Luca is a horrible mechanic. And Sid should fire her. That's right, Luca, I went there. Now, in the original version, these guys only had like 1,500 hit points, but apparently they were buffed a little bit. Nice throw. That was actually fairly decent. And for that battle, we get 2 Mithril Springs and Crap, Gill, and Experience. Interesting. Alright, I'll meet you guys at the outside of the cave. At the outside of cave. How about I'll meet you guys outside the cave. And we are back in the overworld map. So let's go back to the ship that has collision. And then instantly we collide with it and slip to the side and enter the Falcon. Alright. Time to get back to work. She didn't say that at all. And through the night, Luca and Rydia made sweet, sweet love. He didn't even use the cannons before, Rydia, yet you're repairing them. You might want to start using them before, you repair them. I don't know. This doesn't look good. What is it? That's a big hammer. The damage is a lot worse than I thought. I can't fix it with what I have on hand. You're kidding me. If we can't get the Falcon back in shape, we're going to be stuck here. Because no one ever comes to this island. I don't know, that voice is not exactly Rydia's. I know, okay? Get the knife, Rydia. Wait. You're not thinking of salvaging the parts from Kalka and Brina's body, are you? I don't have any other choice. That's the only way for me to get the Falcon off the ground. Luca, you can't do this. But you grew up with these guys. You've known them since childhood. They even tried to kill me once. Oh, no, that's wrong. They didn't try to kill Rydia. They tried to kill everyone else. Can you use these? These springs that I found when we killed those other dolls in the mine and never told you about? This is perfect! Not just for the Falcon, but I can use it to fit Kalka and Brina too. Really? Man, I didn't even think about that. Yes, thank you, Rydia. I don't know why you were holding out on me, but thanks! And she'll help too. Good job, Rydia. Friendship is magic! And instantly, the dolls are back to life. The Falcon is back. Hee hee. An earthquake? Why is the ground shaking? She said there was an earthquake, Rydia. That's why the ground's shaking. It's an earthquake. That's what happens. Of course, there could be a giant naked man just standing there and doing a bunch of quakes. Gaia's Wrath. Ow. Titan. ... It's me, Rydia. ... Agart is in mortal danger. ... Please, you gotta wake up. ... Alright. Let's do a couple of lightning brainbusters on him. Let's speed it up a bit. Yeah, I don't like this version of Titan, to be quite honest. I like the SNES version, the way he looked. And yeah, that goes for Final Fantasy IV DS as well. No. What? I do like how they gave him a mini-map sprite, or a world map sprite. No, Titan, no! Oh no. Titan, please! I don't know why they're freaking out. I think they're worried he's going to close the hole to the underground because it went over Agart. Like, he wasn't targeting Agart anymore. Now, we can't cast Float, so we're stuck with getting hit by Earthquake, which kind of sucks. But just use a couple of Lightning Brainbusters on him, and eventually things will pan out. This isn't a totally scripted battle, I think. I believe you can lose this if you don't do anything. But it doesn't require much thought, as you can see. This is probably the last one, I would imagine. Nope. Luca, go get him. Well, maybe... There we go. Wow, Kane, you got dark. How much sun did you get on top of Mount Ordeal? Wait, well, no, wait. We've already seen Kane. This can't be Kane. Who is this? Man in Black. Who are you? Nice kilt. We need to go. The tower awaits. The tower. Yeah, I don't really like the way the tower looks in this version. I think I just said that like about Titan too, about the 3D Tower of Babel. I don't know. I mean, maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. I just kind of like the old-fashioned tower. It's nostalgia. The horrors of the past come to visit us again. Who are you? Really? Rydia, stop pointing your fingers at me. Look at Luca in the background with the dolls. He's so adorable. And that's it for Rydia's tale. I don't like Rydia's elf. Oh my god. The last, 2 minutes has been me going, man, I don't like that. I don't like this. To be fair, I love the 3D version of Final Fantasy 4DS. And I'm really, really, really like the Final Fantasy version, 3D version of Final Fantasy The After Years. But, yeah, there's some choices they've made about how characters look, and some of the difficulty changes I don't really enjoy. When I say difficulty changes, that's actually kind of a lie. They made a lot of things easier, but in the final tale, they didn't really adjust the difficulty. So that's why I'm going to tell you this. We just ended the Rydia's tale at about level 27-ish. If you're completely new to this game, and you never played the After Years before, you want to get up to about level 35-40. In the PSP Wii versions, you had the challenge zones to do that, and you would end with characters at level 40 with some really good equipment, but in the 3D Steam iOS version, they don't have that. But they didn't really scale down the enemies in the final chapter, so you're gonna want to get up to 35 to 40 range. If you have played the After Years before, you can get up to 30 to 35 range and you'll be fine. I'm gonna get up to 30 and we'll go from there. It's gonna be difficult when I get to the final challenge, but it'll be good. Also, after you've done level grinding, you want to sell all your items that aren't key items like adamantite or like a blue or green tail that you might get from a dragon. Though, to be fair, the dragon tails aren't really worth it. And other than that, I guess that's it for this episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, press the like button below. If you're not subscribed yet, why don't you go over to my video section, check out some of my other content, and see if it's to your liking. Next time, we're starting Yang's Tale. Have a great day.